Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 24 of our Astropolis Let's Play series, where today we're getting some fancy new boots that give us creative flight, which is pretty cool. And they're actually really super fast because we get Elytra mode going and all that stuff, and it's ridiculously fast, hard to control so fast. And we're getting infrastructure upgrades set up so that way we can go to our next destination, which is the moon. So let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata. Where today I'm working on trying to figure out how can I automate my crusher here for the moment. So using laser IO, I've kind of got a couple ideas here, so I'm just popping up top really quick to check something out. And I don't know why I keep coming up here when I can just stay where I'm at, because I have the terminal, but that's okay. I want to get blaze powder automated. The only place that we can get blaze powder going is the crusher, unless I want to do a 1-to-2 ratio, and I'd rather not do a 1-to-2 ratio. I'd rather do a 1-to-4 ratio. So we'll go that way, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of the secondary product because we're not always going to get that. So 1-to-4 here in our pattern encoding. And if I pop that over here, what I have set up here is I put a chest here, and then on that chest I put a pattern provider, and then that chest has a laser node that is set to extract anything that comes out of that laser node, and then it's going to send it on the purple channel, in which this is configured to be on the purple channel. So it'll put the items into this chest, process and everything, and then everything should come out of here and then get pushed into that interface, and it should in theory work correctly if I set this up, and I think I did set this up properly. So if I were to say I wanted some blaze powder here, I can't do it from this inventory because I can't middle click. Still haven't figured out what's causing that issue, but if I come up here and I say blaze powder, I have some because I made a stack of it, but I'd like more, have it on craft. So if I said I wanted 32 of these, that should now trigger that. Yeah, look, there it goes. Okay, so blaze is going into there. It sent the blaze powder. Bam, everything's coming out into here. Yep, there's 4. Got a little bit of sulfur, and then it gets pushed over into here, which then dumps it into the system. Let's make sure nothing's funky's going on there. And if we go in here, we say blaze powder. There we go. We have a total of 96 blaze powders. What happened? Because we had 64 plus 32, and the craft completed. That's what I wanted to see. They did complete the craft because I put that into an interface. Okay, well, we have our crusher automated now. Any other recipes that require crusher, I can set up. The other machine that I'd like to figure out how to automate is this bad boy, the arc furnace. It's going to be a little bit more challenging to do because there's an input here and an input here. I believe this input controls what goes in on this side, and then this input controls the catalysts that go in on this side. So I'm probably going to need to set up a chest here and then probably XNet to do the routing. So I can say, okay, any items that come over into, any of the obsidian or whatever for the, or gold, let's say gold, because I know gold is used for the, obsidian infused gold. We can have gold come over to here, obsidian go in this side, which should put them into its requisite spots, and then XNet can handle, okay, put stuff in here, but don't put stuff over there, kind of thing. Maybe, potentially, we'll see. For now, I mean, we're not using the arc furnace that often, so I'm not too, concerned with it. Oh, and I got to put this. I was making eyes, ender pearls is what I was working on crafting, or eyes of ender, so that I could work on some other things with you guys, and that's where we're at. Because what I want to work on getting today, first things first, you're going to see in my inventory, I have a matter condenser. Matter condenser is going to be used for us to make our quantum entangled singularities. But in order to do so, I'm going to want a resource generator dedicated just for this. And we have 2 resource generators here, resource generator and resource generator 2. Aptly named. And I don't know, I know this was added in with the latest update to the pack, and I kind of want to sort of see what's the difference between it and resource generator number 2. So let's go ahead and get some artificial sticks, and then I don't have any more of that wood, so yay me. And I need, how many of those? Just the one? 2 of those? And I can get a resource generator 2. My hope is that resource generator 2 might be a little bit faster. Hey, we completed a quest. Back up in wood tech. I don't even know where that's at. Maybe, wood tech. So resource generator 2 was added as a quest here. Yeah, an improved resource generator. I don't know what that means. However, if we go over to the resource generator and we click U on it, we can see what it's able to make. This is empty space. I can put any of the stuff that we were making before into here and it will push it out into a chest. Is it faster? That's what I want to know. I don't think there's upgrades for this. So I just want to know, is it faster overall? Because we can have everything just dump into this matter condenser and then condense into matter. So let's go ahead and get a cobblestone or a piece of stone or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Sure, give me a cobblestone. And then we can go ahead and set this up. Now, does the matter condenser need power? I'm not entirely sure on that one. Does not seem to be the case. So if I take this and grab this matter condenser and, well, I'll just go ahead and hook it up back here along this in this spot. We can get our resource generator. I don't believe this one has a UI. Yeah, there's no UI for this. However, if I take this cobblestone and I pop it here, it should start. Oh, and I need to get a 16K. It turned blue, so I'm going to assume that's a good thing. And I need to get a 16K storage. What I'm working on making is singularity so that I can get that quantum entangled card working. So that way we can have access to our AE system from anywhere around the world. Okay, so we want you to be in condense into singularities. Okay, I mean, it's working, but wow, that is not fast at all, for sure. It is going to take us forever. And is a 16K what I need, or is it going to be, am I going to need higher than a 16K? A singularity. Recipe. 64K is what I'm going to need for this. Yeah, so I might as well just take that out of there. Throw you in there, and then let's get a 64K. Luckily, I can craft that too. But yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, that's only 130,000, and I need 256,000 to craft these. Okay, now that should have enough storage. But man, is this slow. I mean, granted, I could tick accelerate this, which will speed it up. But even then, even 256 times sped, it's not the fastest thing in the world. I wonder if there's any way to make this like faster. Or any other cobble gen that we could make that would be faster. But anyway, I wanted to let this sit there AFK and just do its thing to make the singularities. In order for us to be able to get the quantum bridge card, we need the singularity. We really need these quantum entangled singularities. And what happens is we have to make these. And then once we get that, we can make do an explosion with some ender dust or ender pearl and a tiny TNT. Get 2 of those. We can bridge one of them here at our base, and then the other can go into here, into this slot, and then we should be okay. As far as I know, that should work, but it's going to be a while for that. So what I want to work on today is kind of sort of getting ourselves infrastructure set up a little bit more. You can see here I've made myself a refined obsidian sword and a refined obsidian paxel. Paxel is a great block, or a great item, because it is a axe, it is a pickaxe, and it is a shovel all in one. So you have an all-in-one tool that can do everything for you. It takes up only 1 slot instead of the 2. I'm going to go ahead and put these in my backpack because they do have looting and fortune on them. These do not, but also notice this has 12 damage versus 6, so it will be much better for us if we have to fight anything, because our goal is to start getting towards some of these other planets that we are working on. Before I do so, though, I want to get into one of the best mods ever, Flux Networks, because Flux Networks will allow me to wirelessly power the tools that I have, and I currently don't have any tools that need wirelessly powered, but our jet boots do take power, and I want to upgrade to the jet boots so that way we can fly faster and do more things and get some upgrades in them, such as like creative flight would be great. I guess underwater, I really don't know if I need that, but removes fall damage because other planets do have gravity, silence, and everything like that. So yeah, I want to get these jet boots going. I do have everything that's needed for this other than the netherite ingot that needs crafted, and then I need to put my jet boots. I need to take my jet boots off, put them in there, and then craft these immediately. So I want to go ahead and do that in this inventory so I can just boop, boop, because it's going to be annoying because we're going to take tick damage. So if I do this, I should be able to do this, and then that, and then there we go. So currently right now it costs 42 RF per tick to operate, but I can't. My power is low. I have no power here, so I can't do anything. But we have them available to us, which means we are now able to queue up some of these upgrades. So definitely want to get super speed, I guess. Elytra-based flight, I guess. I don't know. Shock absorber, silent, underwater. I don't know if there's anything that gives me creative flight, but yeah, we got that going for us. So I need to make these things, which is going to require some more obsidian. So let's go ahead and get some obsidian itself. Now, each one of these makes 2. So let's go ahead and do 16. Because remember, obsidian is also made in the arc furnace with fluix blocks or combiner. Well, but that requires obsidian in order to make that. So that's not going to happen. It's here that we have to do this. Or we can get an entropy manipulator and then convert lava into obsidian. But that's also a pain. So we need that. We need gold. Bam, bam. And then we can go down there, put this in here for now, and let that cook up. And that'll give me 32 of those obsidian infused gold. But we need to get energy. And in order to do so, our best option is going to be Flux Network. So we're going to teach the system how to make a couple of these things. But ultimately, I'm going to want to get a controller right now. And then we are going to want Flux plugs and Flux points. So let's get the stuff taught for that. So a controller, we don't need to teach a system how to make the controller, but we are going to want to teach it how to make Flux blocks and flux cores, so that way we can craft all of the things. Flux cores is going to be the base material here, so we're going to go ahead and flux core that. And then we can go ahead and flux block, which is going to take a flux core plus flux dust. And then the flux dust is going to be this recipe here. Now we can use it with coal dust or, we can use it with emerald dust or diamonds. I have 1,600 diamonds and 1,700 emeralds. So really it's not too much of a difference between the two. So we'll go ahead and go with we can go with emeralds. Sure. I feel like diamonds are going to be more useful overall than emeralds in the long run. And then we need coal dust, which is going to go into our crusher. It's just coal crushed. So we can go ahead and put that over here. You are the crusher? Yes. Okay. So that is you. And then the rest of these recipes can go into here. Okay, that takes care of those. Now we want to get ourselves a flux plug and flux point recipe, which is just converting a flux point. That's resetting. It's redstone instead of flux. Bam. We can put those in here. And that should be everything that we need for this then. So if I kick this craft off, why not? I must not have enough obsidian. Okay, that's what my issue is here. I'm out of obsidian. Yeah, look, I only have 4. All right, so we need to make more obsidian, which is going to be fluix blocks. Sure, 15. Give me 15 more obsidian, I guess. That makes 1 obsidian per. Yeah, I guess I really need to automate this too. Fluix crystals, which is inscriber. Oh, by the way, speaking of inscriber, if we go back over to our inscriber land over here, where is it at? Behind here, which is the one I can't get to from up here. Wrong way. And I can't fly anymore, which is actually going to make it a pain to get back up here. But that's okay. If we go down here, I ran into an issue where I had kicked off those crafts to make the different calculation processors, and I didn't have enough silicone and redstone, so it had put I think it was like a calculation, so it had put the gold in one that didn't have the silicone and redstone, and so it had gotten stuck. So what I did was I keep 2 redstone, a stack of redstone and a stack of silicone in here. The recipes should put them in there, but just in case for whatever reason we have a buffering issue, bam, there we go, that's in there. Okay, so that takes care of that. I am gonna have to teleport to get back up top since I don't have jet boots at the moment, and this door is closed. So that gives me obsidian, and I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but hopefully it is. We need a controller. Okay, good. That should be good. Now, I don't necessarily need all of the stuff from Flux Networks. I just want to get this going. We are going to need a plug, though. We need to add energy into our network, so I need a Flux plug for this. Don't have enough obsidian again. Fluix blocks. Sure, just give me 16. Who knew I was going to have an issue with obsidian? Okay. Distribute. Let that cook up. Hurry up. And again, that's the only way. Entropy manipulator. Cooling lava. But how does that work? And that's an obsidian dust. That doesn't help me at all. Yeah, that's the only way. And I have to shift right click. I was like, maybe I could like set this up with the RF tools thing, but shift right clicking, I don't think I'm going to be able to set it up with like an auto clicker or something like that. So that's not going to work. Okay, so a flux plug. Okay, and a flux point. And we should be finishing quests with this, so I'm curious to know what's happening here. Wireless power. Because we need flux dust. I have to pick up the flux dust. Give me that. Unlock that. Good. Then after we do that, we have to get a flux core. So before I use these, let me go ahead and pick those up. There we go. And then a flux point. Takes care of that. And then flux storage. I really don't need a flux storage. We don't need to store power in our flux network, but I did it for the quest. Okay, so we don't need the point right now. We're using quantum entangloporters, which who knew was going to actually end up being cheaper, but the flux plug for sure, because we're going to want to put this into our power. So we're going to pop up here, and we're going to come off of our energy cube, which should be set to output to all sides, and then input there. Yep. So if I take this and I take my flux plug and I point it here, and I set up my network, I'm going to create a new network. We're going to call this power. This will be input power. And generally, I set this up as a green channel. That's power input. Create. Oh, we don't want it. There we go. That's input power. So then we can go ahead and link this to the input network. And now it will input power into this network. Sweet. We do want to enable wireless charging. However, it won't work without... interdimensionally, it won't work until I get this guy set up, the flux controller, which is fairly simple to do. Luckily, it can sit literally anywhere. Doesn't have to be anywhere fancy. So we can go ahead and, sure, just to make this look a little bit better, we can go ahead and put this here, I guess. I don't know. You're going to be on the input network, and it should be charging our jet boots. Look, perfect. 1,000,000 RF already done. Like it. Love it. Perfect. So now, okay, now I have to do a double tap. Oh, and this does give me create a flight. Aha. Okay. I like that. Sweet. So I double tap. Oh, so it's just like create a flight. I'm like thinking I double tap to do it. Yeah, which is standard create a flight. Bam. I'm not touching anything. I'm not lowering. I'm not raising. So create a flight with these jet boots. I like it. I don't like the sound though. So we definitely want to get the upgrades. So let's go ahead and work on muffled upgrade. Let's get that. So we're going to need to get this thing. And then we should have the wool available. Yeah. So we can do this. Now, how do I apply these upgrades is the question. Do I just boop? Sneak and right click to apply enchantments. Okay, that doesn't really tell me anything because I'm sneaking and I'm right clicking. Maybe it needs to be in my offhand. No. Bam. How do I apply these now? Is there a workbench or something? It doesn't seem to be. Sneak plus right click to apply enchantments. So I need to... Nope, that doesn't work. How do I apply? That's not working. Nothing's working. Okay, let's... All right, let me get some boots. Where's my just spacesuit? There we go. Maybe I have to put these in here. Nope, that doesn't work. How do I apply this? Right click to equip. Yeah, that doesn't help. Hold left shift, sneak, and right click to apply enchantments. Okay, give me a second. Let me go see if I can't look this up. All right, I'm just dumb. I was thinking I'm putting it in the anvil. I'm like, why is this not working? It should be. This is a smithing table. No, this is not a smithing table. It's an anvil. Smithing table. If I come over here, I get the muffled upgrade. There we go. Now they're silent. I also went ahead and made the shock absorber upgrade because I was like, well, maybe it's something to do with the muffled upgrade not working. No, it's just me. So now they are shock absorbing and muffled. There we go. You can see shock absorber and muffled. So that took care of that one and that one. So now we can get super speed. I am probably going to run out of this obsidian infused gold. But I don't have enough for another upgrade. So what I want, thruster or elytra flight? Like, I don't know. And what planets is there a planet that's going to be underwater? I don't know. I guess let's go with super speed because it sounds more interesting. 3 hoppers and then thruster upgrade. Let's do that. Now I believe I'm gonna have to go in and go to the configs to set this up. So let's go ahead and pop into here. We need to go to controls, keybinds, category, jet boots, speed mode. Okay, so engine mode is V. So let's set this to maybe C. What's using C? Fancy menu. Don't care about that. Hotbar. Don't care about that. Speed mode. Yep. Chat position. We're not chatting. Inventory interaction upgrades. Don't care about that. Good. Okay. So now, like C should, okay. So I forgot I got a double tap. Okay. So this is super speed. This is normal speed. They honestly kind of seem the same to me. There's not much difference here speed wise, but hey, it works, right? Wow. And they're silent. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Okay, the last upgrade that I would want would be elytra-based flight. Now, is that toggleable? Because this is like creative flight. Now, I'm assuming elytra flight is probably going to be like if I hold the button, right? If I hold it down instead of, you know what I'm saying? So let's grab some obsidian, and we'll do 4 of those and some gold. And make a little bit more of this, and let's see what happens. I mean, we'll just get some jet boots going. I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, cool. Bam. And elytra base flight. Okay, let's see what happens. I need my space boots back though. Okay, so now I'm assuming that if I... Okay. Because with the elytra, you have to... Oh, you know what? I bet you I have to change engine mode. There we go. Yeah. There we are. And is this super speed? This is... Oh, now this is fast. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay. Elytra with super speed is ridiculous. Okay. Press V to go back to normal flight mode and then speed normal. Okay. All right. Now the super speed makes sense. That is quick when you are in elytra based flight. All right. Sweet. I like it. Good. That took care of that. So we can get rid of this off of our block list. And now that we finished that, actually, we should be able to come up here and go to useful items. We can buy flux plugs, by the way, so we can take care of these. I'm curious to know what this gravity generator is. It takes 40 B-bucks. I don't know how much power that is. It changes power based on the dimension it's stored in. But we can buy flux plugs and flux points for 12 B-bucks each, and we have plenty of B-bucks available to us now. So I'm not too worried about having to spend those later. Serious power we don't need to worry about. So I think our next step is going to be to go get some cheese. We got to get to the moon. We can, I guess I'll hold on to that one. Might as well apply the final upgrade. We'll do that. And yeah. Okay. So we want to go to the moon. We need the moon portal frame. So I'm kind of thinking like because the moon portal is going to require Venus portals, I think I want to go ahead and just pop on over to Venus, throw a matter receiver down, and then I can tear down that the portal that we have, because I don't really necessarily need the portal if I have a matter receiver that can take me there, and I can just teleport to and fro. So I think I'm going to do that and set up this with a charged porter, so that way we can teleport back and forth as needed and not have to worry about... well, first off, I don't have to worry about this, because now the charged porter will allow me to teleport to and from home without having to worry about any issues. And yeah, it's just going to work better for us overall. So let's go ahead and get a matter receiver. And then I'm going to probably want another one of those. One for Venus and then one for home here. Okay, matter receiver. I do need to get power into this matter receiver. And there's no power around here that is easily accessible, I don't believe. What about... no, I really don't. I mean, when I teleport home, I'd like to teleport here, you know? So I don't want to... What if I go here? Yeah, and then we can take a quantum entangler, pop it here. You're going to be set to the power channel. Set. You're going to output energy to the top, auto eject in case it's needed. We can place this down, and apparently that's not the top of the block. So sure, just all sides. There you go. Now you should be getting power. Excuse me? Matter receiver? You don't want power? Is this going to need a pipe in between? That's interesting. That doesn't make any sense. Why? It's not accepting power from the bottom? Okay. Why is that? Why? That should not be the case. It should accept power from anywhere. Yeah. Weird. I had to replace it. It was not accepting power from there. All right, whatever. Now it is, though. Perfect. So we have a matter receiver. We're going to set this up as home, not Homer, home. Okay, this is our home channel. Bam. Name home. Enter. Save it. Good. Okay, so now if I take my advanced charge porter and I shift right click on this, it's going to add that. So if I shift right click on this, we're going to see home. And now if I come over here and I boop, teleports us right back home. Or if I go over here, boop, teleports us right back home. Easy as that. And we can set these up in alternate dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself another quantum entangler porter. I'm going to kick off a few more of those because they are handy to have. So let's go ahead and get 16 of these. Should have the resources available for that. Other than the obsidian might be the issue. But if I come over here now and then we pop into Venus. Really, I guess I should probably get one for the mining belt too. Though I really haven't had to go back to the mining belt at all, ever. Because I have all the resources available to me. So if we come here, we can go ahead and place this here. Take the quantum entangler porter. Not there. Go ahead and put that there. Oh, and apparently I dug down too fast. Too many. It's the one problem with the Paxels. It's very fast. Okay. Let's do this here. You're going to be on the power channel. You're going to set energy. And you know what? It was probably... The issue that I had before is it was probably counting that slot as the output or the front. And I didn't have it configured to output to the front for whatever reason. I don't know why. Okay. So good. This is getting power now. So we can go ahead into here. We're going to say that this is Venus. And then we can go ahead and shift right click on this. So now we can tune to Venus if we wanted to. If I could... Why you don't want to open up your inventory? It's not opening up its UI. There we go. So now if I want to go to Venus... We're in Venus, and if I wanted to go home, I can't... I have to be... Oh, clicking in a blank space, apparently. There we go. I like it. Perfect. Okay, so now we can go and tear down those Venus blocks, and we don't have to worry about having to craft them again. And really, we don't need these portals to sit here. So I can go ahead and do this, get rid of that. And apparently I don't have any gray colored stone bricks in my dank. So let's go ahead and grab... Oh, we're actually out of them. Okay. Perfect. Oh, no, I do have some. Why did you not want to... There we go. Okay. And then we can go back. We'll go to the mining portal later. I do want to go pop over there and see. Okay, I tore that portal down. It still exists here, though. So I have 10 Venus portal frames, and then look, I got 10 more. Look at that. Bam. I just found a cheat code. That's kind of nice. I do want to close that gap so that nothing can spawn there. But okay. Hey, look. I like that. We kind of sort of just cheated out on the little extra blocks. Time to go home. And there we go. Venus portal frame blocks, which will now allow us to make 10 moon portal frames because we just need quantum entanglement portals. Oh, and actually we need the mining belt portal frames anyway. So I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to get another matter receiver cooked up, and we're actually just going to teach the system how to make these because I'm tired of having to actually click that button. So we're going to go ahead and machine frame. That's you. Once I get auto crafting set up, I become real lazy with my crafting. I don't want to actually do any of the work. So we're going to go ahead and matter receiver. We're going to craft that. Something's stuck with those quantum entanglement porters, it seems. Or you know what? Because I don't have this chunk loaded, so we're going to different dimensions. I haven't had to actually chunk load anything for at all this pack, really. Let's do, I don't need, my base kind of extends there, and it does there. So let's go ahead and chunk load all this. Bam. Now our base is chunk loaded, so whenever we go to another dimension, things will continue to operate as they should. So that should be okay. Where are you jammed up? I'm going to assume it's probably down here. Crafting up of these, in which I should put some speed upgrades in here. I don't think I put speed or energy upgrades in any of these. Let's find out if I did. Nope. There we go. Now that'll speed that up, and we can go ahead and advance factory this tier installer. That's that. I'm gonna teach the system how to make these, so that way we can just probably jump up to ultimate tier really, and then get these all sped up and everything. But I think that's gonna be it for today's episode. So next episode we'll come back. We are going to go ahead and pop onto our next planet, the moon, and go get some cheese, because we all know that the moon is made of cheese, right? So that's our goal. That's where we're gonna be at. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.